Okay, so hello and very good evening all. I hope that I'm audible. So mute and we'll start the presentation. I hope all of you have raised hand. Okay, so first, very good evening. We will start with the internship meeting. So starting with the important announcement, that is all of you who has some kind of presentations left, you need to join on 17. Let me know what are the presentation that you have left, and then we will schedule it for you. From like 18 to 21, we will be available from like 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the night. During that duration of period, you can message me anytime and I will take your presentation. The thing is that we are trying to uh, complete all the presentation that are pending in the list that we have. All of you have must have scheduled for multiple presentation. Some of you may have been scheduled for the wrong topics. So we will remove those topics so that there is no confusion, and it will be good for you and good for us to understand which of you has given their presentation for all the completed tasks, and how it will be good for you that you will be don't have to give presentation for the wrong topics, and there will be no confusion. So join on 17th if your presentation is remaining for any of the topics, or if you have given your presentation and you have not received your scores, please join on 17th, that is Monday, on 7 p.m. using the Zoom link that you have received in your email. Okay, and then you need to tell me what was the date of your presentation, what was the topic. I will cross check it, and if you have given your presentation, then I will send you scores. I hope this is clear for all of you. Okay, so now we will start with today's meeting. So first is Aishwarya Iyer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is your topic?
Sir, it is data types, variables, and
Yeah.
operators in JavaScript.
And how many tasks have you completed?
Sir, this is the first task I have completed. I have assigned one more task, and I have one task pending of Doctor Search website. Do I need to give presentation on that? That's my first topic.
Whatever task you have completed, you need to give presentation. You have completed the data type task. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
And you will be giving presentation for that task. Okay. I hope you are scheduled for that task
Okay,
only.
sir.
You
No,
can
sir, I am not scheduled for doctors.
not the doctor data type.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please start. Share the screen.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, you can start.
Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Aishwarya Iyer and I'm from Web Developer Group. My task is data types, variables, and operators in JavaScript. So let's start with what is JavaScript first. JavaScript is most popular learning language and programming in which we can use it in web domains as well as different domains. It can also be accompanied with its different libraries, which are jQuery, Velocity.js, React.js, and etc. Also, it's paired with HTML and CSS, where HTML gives the layout of the website and CSS is for designing, where we use JavaScript for the base logic of the website. Let's see the uses of JavaScript now. So JavaScript can be used in front end as well as back end of the web developer. Also, it does not need any environment setup as it is beginner friendly. Also, wide number of libraries and frameworks can be accompanied with it. First, there are different blocks in JavaScript which are also used as building blocks. And first is data types. So data type usually describes the different kinds of data that we will be storing with in variables. And there are different types of it. Let's say string, number, begin, boolean, undefined, null, object. And here object contains array, object as well as date. This slide tells you about the different examples of data types as it is initialized here. On the right hand side, we can see the whole application of it. On the left hand side, there are different individual examples. So first is string. In string, we can assign it in single as well as double quotes. And number is usually assigned in integers. Begin contains a large range of integers. Boolean is used to predict if it's true or false or yes or no, if we give it a certain condition. Undefined is where we do not assign a value to a variable. And null is we assign a value to a variable which is null value. And symbol also can be explained by using let value is equal to symbol where it is accompanied with a string. Next is variables. So variables can be used as containers which are used to store data values. We can relate it to the containers we have at our house. Let's say in kitchen for storing dal, so different pulses. And the same concept is used in variables, but in the programming language. Also, there are different keywords which are used over here, which are where, let, or const. On the right hand side, we can see how the assignment is done. Also, we can manipulate the values over here. As you can see on line number 3, where y is equal to 5. And on line number 4 is y is equal to 7. So we can manipulate the value over here. Next is operators. So it is used to manipulate the individual data items and return a certain value to it. For an example, 2 plus 3. So the 2 and 3 are operands and plus is the operator which is used over here. Also, there are different types of JavaScript operators. Let's say arithmetic operators, which are assignment operators, comparison operators, string operators, logical, bitwise, ternary, and type operators. In this table, we can see that the different types of operators are given certain examples. So first is assignment operator, where we assign or give a value to a variable. Next, 4 are the arithmetic operators, which we can use it in JavaScript for calculating the values. These are the references used by me. We can conclude that data types, variables, and JavaScript all are the building blocks of JavaScript, as well as it is extremely versatile and flexible for using in web domains, as well as different domains by using libraries and etc. Now let's see the demonstration. I have built this age calculator over here. So let me change the value. Here the basic logic is that first I've used HTML and CSS for designing this website. And for the logic here JavaScript is used. Date, month, and year of the input is taken from the individual which is operating the website. And then the current date which we are going to decide is put over here. And according to that, it is calculated. So here there are the 3 codes. Index.html I have used to create a container first, and the block which contains the different values, date, month, and year. So placeholders are given, which is DD, MM, and YYY, which are the which will help the user to input the device. And here I have used data types, variables, and operators, where these are plus, minus, and everything are the operators. I have used get element to take the input from the user, and also to print the output. This is the your age is, and it is given in the format of years, months, as well as days. So we need to calculate it using the current date and the date of the user, which is the input. Thank you.
I hope you are done with your presentation.
Yes, sir.
So it was a good presentation, I would say, but story-wise, it could have been more better. Okay, so try to learn how to do story type presentations. Okay, other than that, it was good content. It was well explained. Proper things were there. Okay, yeah. So we'll move on to next person quickly as we have a lot of people today. So Vijay Kumar,
Thank
you
you,
will
sir.
get score by tomorrow. Okay.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, very good.
Am I audible and visible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have some doubts, sir. That I got. I'm getting some mails that there are some pending projects. So may I get
Are
any
you from which group?
sir, Java developer?
You are from JavaScript. And how many tasks have you done?
Sir, from now I have completed 3 tasks, sir.
So, Peter, how many presentations have you given?
Sir, total 3 completed, sir. I mean,
Three
3 I have.
presentations.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, what can you tell me the name of presentations that you have?
Sir, the first one is implement the Caesar cipher in Java. This is the task.
Can you tell me date?
Implement the Caesar cipher in Java.
Date.
Date, sir. Maybe it in the February month, sir.
Okay, in Feb. And then
And then next one is develop a simple Java web application.
okay, and date.
Maybe it in the March month, sir.
And the last one.
Last one, develop a RESTful API, sir. RESTful web service. I mean, develop a RESTful web service.
The date, do you remember?
Sir.
The date, do you remember the date?
Date maybe in the March itself, sir. In the March month.
So, have you received score for Caesar cipher?
Yes, sir, I received, sir. But in the recent 2 days back, I got a mail that your Caesar cipher project is in pending. So give the presentation.
Yes. I will let you know. Have you received the score for the Caesar cipher?
Yes, sir, I got, sir. I received.
So it's scored. And RESTful API?
Yes, sir, I got that also. I got a RESTful.
Okay. And simple Java?
No, sir. I didn't get any marks.
Okay. Okay. So I will let Sam know that you have given presentation for Caesar cipher, completed it. It has been scored. He will change it. And as for simple Java web application, I will change. I will check the date and let you review it again. Send you score. Then it will be changed to completed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And
sir, again. Oh yeah. Yes,
you don't need to give your presentation again. I will send score after watching the video. Okay. So do one thing. This is my phone number. Okay. It is in the chat. You can message me on the WhatsApp if you somehow remember the dates. Okay. Because if I have date, then I can quickly review it.
Okay, sir. I will check my mails and I will forward.
Do you have any presentation to do?
No, sir. Again, I'm getting some wrong projects, sir. So I'm the Java developer, but the project came in the last.
You are getting for predictive modeling.
Yes,
if you are from Java dev, you must have received scientific analysis group DRDO.
Okay, sir. I got service. So
you need to do it.
Okay, sir. Sir, if I'll give now, I'll give it, sir.
If you are ready, we can give.
Yes, sir. I'm ready, sir. But the presentation date are not.
You are scheduled for 5th April for the scientific analysis group. So it is actually pending. Okay, you can give it right now.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Okay, sir. Is it visible, sir? Sir, please confirm me. Well,
Yes, you can continue.
yeah. Okay, sir. So first of all, very good evening. My name is Vijay Kumar from Java Developer Group. So currently, I'm studying my Bachelor of Engineering in Madanapalli Institute of Science and Technology. Today, I would like to give my presentation about a DRDO cryptography and crypto analysis project. This is the task which was allotted to me. This is the project DRDO cryptography and crypto analysis project. This is the project that was allotted to me, and the task inside that I got that learn about a scientific analysis group DRDO. So this the task itself has the learning about. So we'll discuss, we'll learn and we will discuss what is everything in the coming slides. Yeah, now I would like to give the presentation on these topics. The first one is a scientific analysis group. So what is meant by scientific analysis and how this everything we'll see. After that area of work. So what are the area that scientific analysis group is going to, working, and what are the missions of that scientific analysis group, and what are the visions and what are the achievements. So these the things I'm going to present right now in this presentation. We'll see each by each followed. Yeah. Firstly, I'll give the introduction to scientific analysis group DRDO. What mean? Okay, we'll see what is meant by DRDO. I'm sorry. What scientific analysis group and DRDO. We'll discuss here. So, what the scientific analysis group means? It is a working of area of the cryptography and information security. That means that this scientific analysis group, that this group only work on the cryptology and the information security. So, so the main aim of this group is to keep the information security in the top, in the finest place. So this is the main goal for that. And then this scientific analysis group has a many tools and technologies based on the content. Mathematics or the computer and electronics and communication for the information security. That means for the information security, this has many tools and techniques and the technologies in mathematics and the computer science. Okay, these are the technologies. These are the techniques and these are the tools. What these scientific analysis has. Okay. Okay, Scientific Analysis Group is a laboratory for Indian Defense Research and the Development Organization DRDO. So it is located in the New Delhi. The main primary function is to evaluate scientific methods for designing and communication systems. So the main function of the Scientific Analysis Group is to evaluate new scientific methods for designing and communication systems for the communication. For the communication systems and for the designing also. So it has new scientific methods. So this is the main function of this SGA, which was established in 1963, and the director of the scientific analysis is Anup Khosla. Okay, we'll see now area of work where this SAG is going to work. So maybe it involves in the hardware security testing laboratories, and it involves in the system analysis laboratory, and also it involves in the network security analysis laboratory, integrated IT product test labs, software security testing labs, and the side channel analysis lab. So these are the area of work that this SAG group is going to work also. Mainly hardware security testing laboratory, and followed by system analysis. That means analyzing the systems, and also it works in the network system also to analyze the networks. So these are integrated IT product test labs, software security. These are the works area that SAG is going to work. We'll see now the missions of the SAG. So what are the mission? What is the mission? The main mission of this? So the main mission of this SAG is to develop a tools and techniques based on the contemporary mathematics and computer electronics and communication for the analyzing the security and IT products. The main vision is to develop the techniques in the based on the mathematics or in the computers, electronics and communications. In the field of the computer and electronics and communications and the mathematics, so developing some techniques and for the IT products, this is the mission for this SAG. And also it use it to this also going to build up some domains, domain algorithms for the tools, and also to establish state of art facilities for the electronics probing and the communication signals. So these are the missions of the SAG. And the vision. So what is the vision of this SAG means? To make a scientific analysis group the finest cryptology and information security laboratory in the world. That means that the main vision, vision means it has to keep the cryptology and the information security in the finest in the all, compared to all laboratories. It should be in the top. It should be in the high place. So the main vision. And one more, that a mission statement that defines the organization's business. Its objectives, how the objectives are going, are going to be developed. So how it will be reachful to the the main thing. What means it depends on the security systems. And if any what we call, if any hackers or else. One more thing, keep remember that the main vision, the information should be in the secure. So this is the vision what this SAG group is going to work on. And the achievements of this SAG. So let me discuss one thing, that developing a many software packages based on the advised mathematical techniques such as the Boolean functions. So development of many software packages. So this was the one achievement of the SAG. And then binary sequence, and then algebra concepts, and universal algebra, and finite fields, and development of a tools and techniques for speech recognition. So this here you can see that development of a tools and techniques for the speech speech recognition, coding, and digital analog speech analysis. So here the tools are going to develop for the speech recognitions. So these are SAG developed and achieved some a speech recognition for and also for the speech recognition and the coding, digital speech analysis, they are developed some algorithms also. And then development tools for the malware analysis. So these are the achievements that SAG has. And okay, a conclusion what I'm going to say, that so SAG has in the has the main vision to keep the information and cryptology in the finest in all over the world laboratory. No, this is SAG developing tools and techniques based on the contemporary mathematics and computers and electronics and communications for the information security. So that means that it has the developing tools and techniques based on the contemporary mathematics. That means math for the mathematics sides, and in the computer science, and in the electronic sides, and in the communication for the information security. It has some developing tools and etc. Okay. So my task is to learn that learning about scientific analysis group DRDO. So this is about my presentation. So thank you, sir.
I hope
Okay,
you are
thank you,
done.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So as I said, always you give good presentation, and even this presentation was really good. Okay, the explanations were clear. It was very well made. Proper introductions were given, and proper flow was followed. Okay, so for now, for this presentation, this is good enough. Okay, but it can be improved in story wise. Okay, so it is always good to start with like why SSG was created. Start with that, so that we have a problem statement, and then SSG was created to solve their problem. It will have a story like format. So this is just a thing that you can do to improve. Other than that, it was good enough, okay? Because it is kind of like a factual presentation where you have to create facts. Okay, so this is good. And as for your other presentation, you will get scored, and you will also get scored for this one by today or by tomorrow. Okay, and for the Caesar cipher, I will talk to sir. He will check and let you know. Okay.
Again, that developing a simple Java web application, for that also I didn't get any scores, sir.
Yeah. But because see, I believe for 1 or 2 days there was some technical issue with the recording. Okay, so it would be great if you can provide a pre-recorded session. Okay? You must have recorded it and submitted it in Trello, right?
Okay, sir. I submitted.
Yeah. So if possible, you can send it on my number. I will send it to him. He will check and get you scored. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It will be much faster. You can provide this kind of things.
Okay. So again, that I got some wrong project that.
For the wrong project, the thing is we have talked about this. There was some internal error with the server. Okay, so you can ignore it for now, and they will be removed by 23rd March. Okay.
Okay.
Not just for you, but for all the interns who have received wrong tasks, it will be removed from their task list. Okay, by 23rd.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for presentation. We'll move on to next question. That is Vinay BA.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, very good evening. Can you turn your camera?
Sir?
Turn your camera.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Now it's fine, sir.
Yeah.
Now it's fine, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Before starting, can you tell me how many tasks have you done?
Sir, 4 tasks. Sir. Still
And
now I
how,
am completed 4 tasks. Sir. Is
how many?
first task
Yeah, how many presentation have you given?
4 tasks, sir. 4 presentation.
Okay, and have you received score for all of them?
Yes, sir.
All of them, right? You have not missed any.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can start with this.
Yes, sir. All of them. Can I tell, sir, project task name?
No, start with this presentation.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Vinay BA. I am from Python group. My presentation name is developing a stock scanner application in Python, and task name is overview of the project synopsis. So these are the contents or agenda. First one, introduction and steps to follow the stock scanner application, advantages and disadvantages and implementation, and last one is conclusion. Then an introduction part. The introduction, a stock scanner is a tool used by the investor or traders to filter and screen stocks based on the specific criteria. So these are the some fundamental criteria means marketing and revenue. Some of the criteria are used to provide the investors to develop the stock scanner. By using a stock scanner, investor can identify the potential investment opportunities and compare the stock within and other industries and sector, the stock market of the trends. So steps to follow the stock scanner applications. First one is define the purpose of the scope. Define the purpose of the scope of the stock scanner application is designed on the criteria and filters of the included the type of the data should be analyzed and consider the target of the stock we should prepare. So that means we define the purpose and scope of the data. Then choose a development platform. Selecting the programming platform means we develop the stock scanner application like Java, Python, and .NET, and many other languages. And also user interface is very important for the user. So this one is a choose a development platform and gather the information. Collecting the data from the reliable sources such as the financial provide data such as the genuine website to collect the data from that website. And design the user interface. Develop the user interface that is much high, so easy to, so we can provide the easy to use for the user, and visual appearing is very clear for the user, and consider the target audience of their level of the technical experience. We should develop the clear and clear cut of the user interface. Then implement the filter and criteria. Use the programming language and develop the platform to implement the filters and criteria. That is the stock scanner application we develop by using the filters and criteria. We should develop the stock scanner application and can be include the fundamental technical analysis such as the earning and revenue and profitable ratios and moving average, and also the stock scalar APIs. Then test the application. After the test application is conduct to the testing the stock scanner application to ensure the all functionalities should be developed by the user, and the test all the filter that ensure the application can handle the large amount of data. Then deploy the application. Deploy the stock scanner application to a web server or cloud-based platform. Ensure the application is secure and safe, are also scalable. Then maintaining the application. Maintaining and updating the stock scanner applications is needed. It includes the updating the filters and criteria and add the new item to the stock and fixing the bugs and fixing the any issues to arise on the stock scanner application. These are the steps are used to develop the stock scanner application on market. Then what are the advantages by using the stock scanner application? First one is saves the money. Then stock scanner can analyze the high amount of data is quickly and saving the investor to time and effect. So instead of manually searching the stocks, it is easy to save the time, and also automatically it is more amount of time will be saved. Identifies the opportunities. Identify the opportunity means stock scanner can help the investor to identify the investment opportunity that matches the investment's objectives and risk tolerance. By filtering out of the stocks do not meet the client criteria, it is much enough to start the stocks and provide the customization. The stock scanner is offers the customization option, means allowing the investor to filter the stocks based on their preferred criteria, and investor can choose from the wide range of the filters. There's many filters are available in the website. The investors are choose the which one they want. It's easy to choose the based on the customer size, and also technique analyze the technical metrics and tailors to scanner the website based on the specific investment style as per of the performance it should be preferred. Then last one is increase the efficiency. Stock scanner can help to investors to manage their platform and also more effectively to identify the stock and matches their investment and objectives of the whatever the stocks he can buy. That can be composition. By automating the stock scanner application is a more informative to investment decision. Then disadvantages are over reliance on data. The stock scanner is really heavily of data. High big of data means heavy load of data should be present on the stock scanner, which can be both and strength or weakness are involved in the stock scanner application. While that can be provide the valuable or inside of the secure of information that can be loaded on the stock scanner, and it should be conducted on their own diligence before making the investment of the decision. Then limited view of the market. The stock scanner is use the specific set of criteria and filter to sort on the stacks, which can be limited of the investor based on we can purchase one stock. This is the only limited we set the limited members, because one Google stock is there, it only purchase a stock only 1,000 members. After 1,000 member, it is overloading the information. This next one is cost. Some stock scanner is requires a subscription or free or charge. Some of the stock scanner is appears based on the user performance. It appears the cost by which can be added to the investor's cost. Then investors should be considered the cost benefit ratio using the stock scanner application. So these are the disadvantages, one of the disadvantages. And lack of flexibility. Lack of flexibility means stock scanners are limited by the criteria and filters that are available. If the investors as a unique investment strategy and performance based on the performance, they may not able to stock scanner that meets the specific requirements. So this is the implementation. So implementation, I use the spider. I use the spider because Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook is not supported in the GUI. So I use the spider. So this is the code. Whatever the code is, we request the pandas and request from the server side. This is the import statement we use. Request the pandas is request the it involves the all data by using the pandas, and requested is involves is request from the server. We use the import request, and JSON for using the front end design for using JSON, and Tinker as TK. This one is using for the front end design, and function to retrieve the stock data. This define the stock data symbol. Then based on this URL, it fetches data from this site and justify. And I will already created the API key. API key is the private key. It belongs to, by using this website we provide the API, and response from the based on the URL, it responds from the API. So whatever the stocks they are present in this financial network, it will be present. So this one is a function to screen the stocks. This one is define the screen stocks symbol. Then based on the whatever the prices which will be present on that day, it will be show on that website. This is the button. Now function to output of the result. Whatever the result will come, then it will come. Then just run on this site. So this is a GUI I prepared. So I will do Google Stack. It is a symbol for Google Stack. It will take time. So this whatever stars that is presented in that URL based on the API key, it's a private key that should be present in the network. And also we provide the another company of the stock. So conclusion is stock scanner application are valuable tool for investor, as they are same time of reduce the risk and identify the investment opportunity that matches their investment objective and performance. So however, the investor should also be aware their potential limitation, and such as the overreliance of time and limited view of the market and potential basis, cost, lack of flexibility also. So as of now, it is a stock scanner is the investment. So stock scanner should be used to conjunction with other user and research method to make the informed of the investment decision. So this is my presentation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I hope it is completed.
Yes, sir. It's completed.
One thing is that it was a really well done presentation. Your explanation was on point and your demo was also very good. Although the task was overview of project services, but you went ahead to create a demo to give us a clear picture of what is going on. It was really well done from your side. The PPT was also really well done. Okay.
Thank you.
So this was
Thank
really well done task for really well done presentation for this task. Okay.
Thank
So we'll move on to next person. You will get score by tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So Yash Kanawade. What is your topic then? Hello, yes. Your voice is not audible. No, you are still not audible. Okay, try to fix it. I will take presentation for next one, then I will come back to you again. Okay, so Nikita Waghmare.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, very good. What is your topic?
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Good evening, sir. My name is Nikita Waghmare. I'm from Cloud Computing Group, and today's my presentation title is Create an Elastic Beanstalk Environment. Let us see what is Elastic Beanstalk Environment. It is a service which is used for deploying and scaling web application and server, in which you have to upload your code and it will automatically handles the deployment from the provisioning, load balancing, auto scaling to application health monitoring. It supports various programming languages such as Python, Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, and Docker. Or rather than it, if you want to add other than this programming language, you can request to AWS. Let us see the advantages. It is highly scalable. It is fast and simple to begin. If you have no idea, then let us see the component of it as a deployable code for the web application. Next, application version. It resembles a folder which stores the collection of components as an environment version and environment configuration. Environment. Here only the current version of the application is run. Next, environment type. It designates the type of application that the environment runs. Now we can see how does the Elastic Beanstalk work. First, you have to create the application. Here you have to give the name of the application, the platform which are going to use language. Then you have to upload the version. Then you have to launch the environment. After you launch the environment, the Elastic Beanstalk automatically runs the EC2 instance in the backend. After you launch the environment, you want to see the environment type, you have to click on the URL. Then, or if you want to update the new version, you have to upload that new version and deploy the new version. Let us see the features. It is the fastest and simplest way to deploy your web application. It focuses on the writing code rather than the spending time in configuring and server, etc. Here you have to only upload the code. Other backend task is handled by the Elastic Beam. Automatically scales your application ups and down based on the application specific needs. It gives freedoms to the select the AWS resources like the instance type that is optimal from your application. Let us see the pricing. There is no additional charges for AWS Elastic Beanstalk. You just have to pay for AWS resources, that is EC2 instance or S3 bucket. You only have to pay for you are using. There is no minimal fee or upfront compliments. This is the screenshot for which I have created. This is the environment which I have created. Then it is showing the health is okay, running version and platform which is Python. And it is showing congratulations, your AWS Beanstalk Python application is running. This is the reference from which I have taken help. And let us see the conclusion. It is a service that automatically deployment of the application. It is easy to use even if the user don't have any experience with this platform. Thank you. So do you have any questions? Hello.
Are you done with it?
Just a minute, sir. Hello.
Are you done with your presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Work on your explanation skills. Okay. Try to do more story type presentation and always try to include some kind of demonstration. Okay. So it will be more easier to understand. Other than that, it was okay. I am receiving a query in chat. I have not given presentation. Wait, baby, I will check it. Yeah, you are scheduled for multiple presentation. You can give. Yeah, you have to give your presentation from the first task. So you have to give presentation for all the tasks that are remaining. Okay. So when you're okay, and next is Bhumika, can you turn your mic on? Hello, Bhumika.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Am I
very
audible?
good day. Have you received score for the scientific analysis group?
Yes, sir. I have received the score.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm it because some people were having issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can mute
Sir, can I
yourself.
share my screen?
No, no, you can mute your screen. I will go in order of questions.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Yash, Kanawade. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir. Now am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes. Please turn your camera and share the screen.
Sir, am I visible?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, is my PPT visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, sir. So, good evening, one and all. So, good evening, one and all. Myself, Yash Kanawade. I am currently pursuing my BTech from VIIT College, Pune. And today's my topic is function scopes and closures in JavaScript. So, let's take the introduction that why do we need functions and scope. So let's take an example that we are having a task of driving through a car from one point to our destination, and during this journey we got signals on the road. So the signals shows that three colors, as we all know, that is red, yellow, and green. Red shows if red color is there, we have to stop. Then yellow shows that we have to be alert or we can drive slowly, and green shows that we can go ahead now. So basically, whenever these three things or these three conditions are met, so are the functions that, as I told, respectively will be executed. So these kind of tasks which are performed. So these are basically the functions that we are going to do. And talking about scopes, so let's consider an example that if I want to make a call, and let's say his name is Anuj, and I have saved his number in my contact list, but I want to do a WhatsApp call. But the thing is, my WhatsApp, I haven't given access to my contacts directly. So whenever I go in the WhatsApp, I search for Anuj, I will not get his name because the access or the visibility of his number is not given to it. So basically, these are like the scopes, the visibility or the access in simple terms. Now we will dig forward into them. So first one is functions. So JavaScript function is a group of code designed to perform a particular task. Then a set of statement that performs a task or calculates a value. Function help us to organize and structure our code. Then they also allow us for code reuse and make it easier to understand and maintain large code bases. Next one is the example. So first of all, we have written a function keyword, and the function name is my function, and we have passed two parameters, that is g1 comma g2, and we will return g1 by g2. So yes, basically it will perform a division operation, and it is going to be stored into a variable of const, a type const in the name of value, and we will call the function by using that my function and passing the numbers which we want, and we will get the we will print the output, and we will get 4 as our output. So basically, to create a function in JavaScript, we have to write the keyword function and separate by the name of the function and parameters within the parentheses. The part of function inside the curly braces is the body of the function. When JavaScript reaches a return statement, the function will stop executing. So there are few rules for writing function. First one is every function should begin with keyword function followed by user defined function name that should be unique. A list of parameters enclosed within parentheses and separated by commas that we seen like whenever we use multiple parameters or arguments, we should use the comma. Then a list of statement composing the body of function enclosed within the curly braces. Basically, it is the scope of the function. Then using the function as variable. So this is an example. As we can see there, we have taken let x equals to a function that is 2 Celsius and 77 as the argument, and we are using let text equal to temperature is, and we are accessing that x, that is the value of the function. And similarly, we can directly write by putting x in place of 2 Celsius, 2 Celsius, 77 plus Celsius. So it will basically both are same, one and same. We can use it as we can use function as variable. So next one. So there are various types of functions. One of them is recursive function. So basically, a function calling itself is called as recursive function. Here we have taken an example of factorial function. That is like if we consider a factorial of 5, then 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this we have used if-else statement in order to calculate the same thing. It will help us in order to not to repeat the calling the function various types. So it will directly call the call itself, and we will get our task done. Next one is scope. So what is the scope? So basically, scope determines the accessibility or visibility of variables, objects, and functions from different parts of the code. There are 3 types of scopes. First one is block scope, second one is function scope, third one is global scope. So first one is block scope. Variable keyword like let and const provide block scope in JavaScript. Variables declared inside a curly bracket block cannot be accessed from outside the block. So basically, here is an example. So we have taken an if statement. Basically, block scope are majorly used in the inside if, then switch or the condition statements like for loop or different. Basically, it forms the blocks of here we have used if. So if we have passed true, or like const f double o foo equals to foo, and console dot log foo. So basically, const foo has the scope that is inside that curly braces only. We cannot access it outside it. On the other hand, variables declared with the variable keyword cannot have var keyword cannot have block scope. Then next one is when a variable is declared inside a function, it is only accessible within that function. So basically, that's the functional scope. They cannot be used outside the function. Here we have taken an example, that is function say. So basically, we have taken a variable of type var message equals to hello, and we will print that message, that is hello. But if by calling the function that is say, and again, if we write down console.log message, if we haven't declared any global variable with the same name of message, then if it is there we have declared, then it will print that one, not the hello one. So next one is global scope. A variable declared outside a function becomes a global variable. So here we have taken an example of var x equals to 5, that is global variable. So function something that, and we have passed y. So where z equals to x plus y. So here we have taken x value. So we can access that global variable inside the function as well, and we will print out the z. Then there are some things which should be remembered. So first one is, do not create global variable unless you intend to do, because global variables can override the window variables or the functions. Then variables created without a declaration keyword, that is var, late, or const, are always global. Like if we haven't declared any keyword with using keyword, so even if they are created inside a function, it will be considered as global. So here is the table of comparing the variables with respect to their scopes. So here we can see var has functional scope and it can be reassigned and redeclared. Let has block scope, it can be reassigned and redeclared is not possible. And talking about const, the scope is block scope, and reassigned and redeclaration cannot be done. So next one is closure. So talking about the definition of closure, is the combination of function bundled together with reference to its surrounding, or the we can say lexical environment. In simple words, here basically these are majority used in nested loops. So the inner function, nested functions, the inner function can use the argument and variable of the outer function, while the outer function cannot use the arguments and the variable of the inner function. We will see it in the example further. In JavaScript, closures are created every time a function is created at the time of the creation of the function creation time. So here is an example, that is function I need. We have taken var name equals to Mozilla. So, and inside it we have taken a nested function of name display name. So here we will print the name onto the console log. So as it is taking the reference from the above functions variable, so we can say that it is using its lexical environment. So that's why the console will print Mozilla as the output. And conclusion. So I have learned about concepts such as functions, scopes, and closures, and syntaxes of JavaScript, and when to use them appropriately. Also got to know about various application and features of using the JavaScript. And these are the references from which I have taken, and the GitHub link. So thank you so much. And before taking the queries, I would like to show demonstrate the demo project. Sir, please can you confirm that my demo is visible?
Yes, it is.
So for this project of functions, the best project I found is this one. So basically, this is a note making app. We can create notes, we can delete notes, and we can upgrade notes. So here I will create one note, that is I am giving a presentation. So this is basically a simple node, and as I refreshes this app, this is not like the node which I just prepared did not disappear. It has stayed into the onto the UI. So I will show the implementation part of it. So this is the major implementation part. There are various functions such as create node, and here we have provided ID and contact as the parameters, and const element is the one which is having the functional scope. There are various functions such as delete node, update node, and here we can see that we have used the save node functions because as you see that we need to save the each node after doing the task, and this is the save node function. Then this is the get node function. So every function has its own importance. So these are the various functions I have used. So thank you so much for listening to my presentation. If you have any queries, you can ask. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So your presentation was good. Demo was also good. You will receive scores by tomorrow. Have you received score for the last presentations?
So, sorry, sir.
Have you received scores for the last presentation?
Yes. This was my third presentation, and I got the scores of the earlier two presentations.
Okay, thank you. So we'll move on. Before moving on, yeah, Gaurav, you can message me. And I believe there was one query from Mahin. Pro was scheduled for 13, but I didn't got. Yeah, you see, all of you who didn't got chance, you can message me on Monday. Whatever your free time is, I will take your presentation on that day. I'm available from 10 a.m. to evening 9 p.m. from Monday to what to Thursday, I believe. Okay, so you guys can do your pending presentations there. Okay, so next person is Rahel Ukirde.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. What is your task name?
Sir, it is implementing security in a Java web application.
Have you received score for the last presentations?
Yes, sir.
You can start.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rahel Ukirde, and I am from Java Developers Group. And the name of my project is implementing security in a Java web application. And the name of my task is also implementing security in a Java web application. So we'll move to the contents of the presentation. So the first content or the first title is what is Spring Security. After that, we'll see the history of Spring Security. After that, features of Spring Security. And also we'll see steps to implement security in a Java web application. And after that, we'll see advantages of Spring Security. And in the end, we'll see the summary. So starting, we'll see what is Spring Security. So Spring Security is basically a framework which provides various security features. So there are two security features. So they are authorization to create a secure Java enterprise application. The other is authentication. Also, it is a sub-project of Spring Framework, and it was created by Ben Alex in the year 2003, and in 2004 it was released under the Apache license as Spring Boot Security 2.0.0. Now we'll move to the history of Spring Security. So it is a project which is named as a KG security system, and it was done in 2003, and it was started for the intention to develop a Spring-based security system. And also this system was used by about 20 developers. And in 2007, it was named as Spring Security, and it was accepted widely. And it was recognized and supported by developers, open community worldwide. So moving forward, so now we'll see the two major areas of the
Spring Security, which is authentication and authorization. So authentication is used for identifying the user who want to access the application or the web page, and authorization is the process where it allows the authority to perform actions in the application. So basically it provides the authorization to the user to access the other process or other pages after the authentication process. We can see here in the diagram that first we see the login screen. Here the user first needs to authentify itself by giving the username and password, and after the authentication it will be able to access the other two pages inside here, that is welcome page and account information page. So these are after authentication, the user is given the authorization to access these two pages. We'll move to further. So these are some features of Spring Security. First is LDAP, which stands for Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. So it is used to access or maintain the library information services over the internet protocol. And the other feature is single sign-on. So single sign-on is if a user has created one account, it is given or it is given the access to more than multiple applications, so that one, even if that user has created one single account, that person can access more than one applications. So next is JAAS, which is a Java Authentication and Authorization Service. So it is a login module. So it is actually a plugin authentication module, and it supports the authentication process. Next feature of Spring Security is basic access authentication. So what basic access authentication does is it provides the user the username and password over the internet. Also, we'll see the next feature. It is digest access authentication. So what it does, this feature does is it provides more security than the basic access authentication. What it does is it asks the browser to first identify the user and then send the sensitive data over the internet. The last feature of Spring Security is software localization. What it does is it allows the user to create application user interface in any languages. So we'll move forward. We'll see steps to implement a security in Java web application. So these are this is a flowchart which shows the steps of how to implement security in a Java web application. We'll also see the demonstration. So here first step is we have to create an unsecured web application which doesn't have any Spring security or any other security associated to it. After that, we need to set up a Spring Security. After that, we need to run the application. We will see the demonstration. So first, as we saw that we have to create an unsecured web application. So to create that, we need to create. So when we create a normal project, as we have seen earlier, that we have to create a Spring Starter project. So it will already give, so it already has configuration. So that is why it will create a predefined project for us. And here is the first class, which is already predefined, which is a Spring Boot application. Next, we need to create the controller view. And after that, we also need to create a config controller. So what these controllers do, it is it shows the view of the application. And also after that, we need to create the web pages which will show the information which we will see on the screen. So we have created a home page, also a login page, and also a welcome page. So as we can see. So here it shows the all the things which will be seen on the screen. Now we'll also see the execution. Will run as a Spring Boot app. As we can see, the server has started. We'll just. So here is the URI of that application. Now we'll execute it. As we can see, the page which we had created as a template. So this is the welcome page. After we click here on the link given, we need to give the username and the password. So this is the authentication process. So after it is authenticated, after the application finds it authenticated, it will allow us to access the other pages. So this is the other page. So this is the authorization the application has given to the user. Okay. We'll see the advantages now. So the advantages of Spring Security are it supports comprehensive authentication and authorization. As we have seen, these are the major parts of the Spring Security. So these are most important things, and it provides the support for it. And the other is protection against common tasks. So there are various common tasks which while during accessing information we see, and Spring Security is responsible for protecting those common tasks also. So it so what Spring Security does is it allows servlet API integration also. So if any servlet API we need to implement in the Spring Security application, it allows its integration. Also, it allows the integration of Spring MVC. And also the other advantage of Spring Security is that it allows portability. So even if we are accessing the web application from any device, it will be we'll be able to access it, because it is one of the advantages of Spring Security. The other advantages is that CSRF protection. So CSRF is cross site request forgery. So it so these attack provide, so these what attack does is it gives the vulnerability to the attacker. So it give so what Spring Security does is it provides protection from that vulnerability mode. Also, the other advantage of Spring Security is that it provides Java configuration support. So it provides the configuration for Java for the Spring Security. Moving forward, we'll see the summary. So in this task, we learned that how to implement security in a Java web application using Spring Boot. Also, we have learned about the features of Spring Security and how the working is done of a Java web application using Spring Boot. Also, we have seen the advantages of Spring Security. These are the references, and this is the GitHub link where I've uploaded my project. Thank you. If there are any questions, you may please ask.
I hope you are done with your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have improved a lot from last time. This presentation was much clearer. It was well presented. The presentation was also well formatted. I can see there was not a lot of text. It was just right amount. Okay. Very well
Yes,
done
sir.
on this task. Okay, so have you received score for all the previous tasks, right?
Yes, sir. I've received the score for previous task, but after that, even I've received a mail that it was skipped.
Can you tell me how many tasks have you done?
Sir, I've completed 5 tasks
How
and
many
out
presentation?
of 3 presentation. Now this is the third
Then
one.
you have 2 left.
Yes, sir.
Okay, click on schedule presentation. Prepare for both of them. Tell me on one day. Whenever you have free time, you can let me know. Between 10 to 9, I will have a presentation. Okay.
Sir,
You
can I
must,
give my
yeah, sorry.
yes, yes. Sir, can I give my presentation on Monday
Yeah,
morning?
sure.
Okay, sir.
You
Both the
can message
presentation.
me. Yeah, both of them. You can
Okay.
message me when you have free time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, all of you can do that because you must complete all of your pending tasks and any presentation related to your task by 21st. If not, then on 23rd, you will be removed out of this out of this internship. Okay, you will get your termination later. All of you who have not completed your presentation on task till date. Okay, so next is Kuldeep Kumar.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good evening. What is your topic?
The function scopes and closure.
You can start.
Sir, my screen is visible.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kuldeep Kumar. I am from Full Stack Web Development Group, and my topic for presentation is function scope and closure. So these are the topic that I will be covering in next slide. So first is JavaScript function. A JavaScript function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. Okay, and this is a declaring a function. For declaring a function, first we need to write a function keyword followed by function name, then after followed by parenthesis, and the body of function is written within curly braces. So for calling a function, we just have to write a name of function and parenthesis. After this, it will look the function body, where is it created. We can also pass a parameter, and this is function return. Function return statement can be used to return the value to a call function. The return statement denote that a function has ended. If nothing is returned, the function return an undefined value. So this is example. So this is a function body, and here we declare a function. Either here function name is 2 Celsius, and we pass a parameter as a 45. So it will convert to Celsius, and then it return. So we get output as a 7. And this is JavaScript scope. JavaScript has 3 types of scope: block scope, function scope, and global scope. So first is block scope. So the variable declared with let and const keyword provide block scope in JavaScript. Means if a variable declared with let keyword or const keyword, it cannot be accessed from outside the block. But variable declared with var keyword can be accessed from outside the block. This is a function scope. Variable defined inside a function are not accessible from outside the function. And variable declared with var, let, and const are quite similar when declared inside a function. This is global scope. A variable declare outside any function have global scope, means it can be accessed anywhere from the page. So this is an example. Here first we create a let a variable let a, and we assign to a hello, and then this is a function body. Function name is greet. So let here we again declare our local variable b. So console.log a, chunki a is a global variable, then it will print a hello, and b is local variable, so it will print hello world. And we here if b is equal to world, so here let's see, we again create a scope variable c hello. So A is a global variable and B is a local variable and C is also block scope variables. Then we get hello world hello. But here console.log A, B, C. So C cannot be accessed here from because it is a block scope variable. It cannot be accessed outside the block. So that's why we get a error here. And third is JavaScript closure. A closure give you access to an outer function scope from an inner function. So this is an example. First we made a function. Function name is makeAdder. It takes a parameter x, and inside this is another function y. So here we call a function makeAdder 5, x become 5, and it return a function, and it will store in add5. So here console.log add5 2. So basically, when we print this function, print this line, so x become 2, and sorry, x become 5, and here y become 2. So we get output 5 plus 2, which is 7. And here in second line console.log add 10 2. So here x is 10 and y is 2. So we get output 10 plus 2 is which is 12. So this is conclusion. We can call a function several times, so it's a coding. We don't need to write many lines of code each time to perform a common task. And with the help of scope, we can increase security. And variable enclosure can help you maintain a state that you can use later. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask.
Okay, it was a good presentation, but again, try to do some story type presentations. Okay, with this type of question, you can easily make a story. So other than that, I would say it was okay. The content was good, well explained. Okay. So you can have you received score for all the presentation that you have done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you will get score. Yeah, sorry.
Sir, I have completed 4 to 5 tasks, but I have given only one presentation.
You need to complete presentation for all the completed tasks. Do it on Monday.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you will get score for this one by tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so next person is Ritija Kadam.
Yes, sir. My screen is visible, sir.
Yes, but your camera is not visible.
Yes, sir. I'm presenting. So, hello, sir. My name is
Your
Ritija.
camera is not visible.
No, sir. My camera is on.
No, it is black on my side. Fix your camera.
Sir, I'm visible
No,
now, sir.
no, I can only see a black screen. And what is the task name?
All right, sir. I'm from DevOps intern batch, and task name is creating claims apps using Pega software.
Your presentation was on 14 February 2023.
Sir, I already gave the presentation, but I'm getting mail again and again. Your presentation is pending.
You have given presentation for Pega app.
Yes.
Wait, let me check.
In a message on Trello, you have also mentioned I have given the presentation on that day. I think I have given presentation on 15th or 16th. Yes. I haven't remembered it, but in February itself, I have given the presentation.
You have given the presentation on 23rd February on
Huh.
57 on like around 8 p.m. Okay. You don't need to give presentation for this one. You will receive score if you have not received score. Have you received score for this one?
Yeah, score already received.
Then why are you
But
giving
presentation score not received. Only task code is received.
what? You must have received score for the presentation.
No, sir. No, I'm again getting mail is your presentation is pending for creating claim set.
Can you show me the mail of your score?
Okay, sir. Wait. Sir, can you see my screen? Creation.
Yeah, I can see, but I don't see the scores.
Sir, that mail is sir, progress you updated. Great work on finishing print.
That is on the progress view. Okay, you need to give the presentation for it, and yeah, I believe you have not received score for the presentation. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, that I have told you now.
Okay. If you have given the presentation and not received score, you just need to tell me. I will send you score by tomorrow. Okay, you don't need to give presentation again.
Okay, sir.
I have your recording. I will cross check it and send you scores. Have you completed? How many tasks have you done? Hello, Vijay. Okay, so whatever task you have
Hello?
done, see whatever number of tasks you have done, you need to complete presentation for all of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you any presentation remaining, tell me on Monday.
Okay, sir. One more thing. I have updated my completed task on chat, technical support, but I haven't getting any review.
You can post it on Trello or send the email at support@.
Okay, sir.
If you are not receiving any kind of reply from technical chat for support, you can always post it on the common board progress update. Then we'll move on to next person, Anikesh Aishwarya.
Yes, sir, I'm audible.
Yes.
Just a bit. Skip. Hello.
You are not visible yet.
Some
Fix your camera. Okay, Anikesh, fix your camera. We'll come back to you after Tejal. Okay, Tejal Patil.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please start.
Sir, I'm actually joining through two device.
Yeah, sure.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Tejal Patil. I'm from Mobile App Development Group, and my task name is Mobile Application Development Industry. So mobile application development industry. So nowadays, mobile application development industry is very fast growing industry. Every industry can connect to their clients through mobile application. For example, if we take in a medical industry, doctor can give online advice to their client through application. We can buy or sell stock sitting at home by using stock application. Even today, we are also using Zoom application for meeting. So mobile application development industry is plays very important role in our day-to-day life. So what is mobile application development? So it is the process of creating software application that can run on your mobile device. So it includes three steps. First, you have to create installable software bundles. Then you have to provide backend service such as data access with an API. Third, you have to test the application on a target device. So next is the Android Studio. So Android Studio is a well-known platform to create a innovative apps. It is based on powerful code editor and development tools from IntelliJ IDEA. Android Studio supports many languages like Kotlin, Java, JavaScript, etc. So I'm focusing on these two languages. First, Java. Java is a multi-platform object-oriented language that mainly focuses on objects, which is among most used programming languages. Second is a Kotlin. Kotlin is an open source programming language that can run on JVM. This language also can run on numerous platforms. So among these two, which is better language for making application? So Kotlin was developed in 2011, but you can see the growth of Kotlin was accelerated greatly since it is being recognized as Google's second official language for making application. And later in 2019, it was also declared their favorite for same reason. So if you are working on Android project, you should know Kotlin as well as Java. So next is a Dagger 2. To understand Dagger 2, we take the following example. Here you can see two classes. First is class A and class B. So class A is depends on class B for some function. So if we want to access class B function in class A, we need to make instance of class B in our class A class. So without making instance of class B, we cannot directly access the function of class B in class A. So Dagger 2 makes it possible because Dagger 2 is an Android dependency injection framework. The working of Dagger 2 in Android. For example, here you are seeing two options. Here in the absence of Dagger 2 and here in the presence of Dagger 2. Here shared preference is shared preference means it is a way in which you can save or retrieve data. So if you want to access or save or retrieve data for shared preference, you need to make instance of shared preference in your source code. Then only you can get access of the data in shared preference. In this option, you can see if we are using the Dagger 2 in our source code, you can directly inject shared preference through another class. Next is a MVVM. It is a model view model architecture that overcomes all drawbacks of MVP and MVC design pattern. MVVM is basically a architecture that separates the business logic from the source code. It has three components. First is a model.
This is a data that either comes from local database or a web service. Second is a view. It represents UI of the application. And third is a view model. Act like intermediator between model and view. So this diagram shows the architecture of MVVM. So we can see that model and view cannot directly connect to each other. We are using view model to get access, or we can send data view to model from view model. So there are two ways to implement MVVM architecture in Android. First, data binding, and second, RxJava. So data binding is a library that binds data directly in the XML layout. Next is the RxJava. So RxJava based on concept of reactive programming that makes Android to react to changes occurred in program. So for example, I have taken x is equal to y plus z. If we want to change the value of y or z in our source, then RxJava automatically changes the value of x. Next is a live data. So live data is a data holder that observes the change of particular view and then update the corresponding changes. Live data is just like RxJava, but live data is a life cycle event. That means if we see this example, we are making the changes by clicking on this follow button. We can see that live data observes it and makes and updates the text to 87 followers to 88 followers. It live data only change that view which is in an active state. So next is a running Hello World program on Android Studio. So I have made simple application. Here you can see this is an Android Studio. These are main two files. First is the activity main.xml. So here you can see there are multiple views. First is the text view, button, image view, etc. So I have, out of which I have selected two. First is the text view and second is the click button. And this is a main activity.java file. Here you can see in this file we can add logic to the view. So first here I have import the important files that are needed here. Next, I have defined the two views. First is a text view, and then is a private button. Then I am adding on create function, and then in this you can see I'm adding set on click listener to the button. That's saying that when I'm click the button, I want this message that hello world. So if I run this program in AVD, this is the Android virtual device that here you can see that when I click on click button, the hello world message will print on your screen. Next is the software development life cycle. So there are 7 life cycles. First is the requirement analysis. This is a fundamental SDLC where you can gather the all requirements from users. Then is a defining. In this phase, you need to clearly define and make document of your requirements and get them approved from customers. Then designing phase. In this, you can convert the requirements into modules and submodules. In the coding part, all the developers code to the program. So all the coding part is done by developer in this coding phase. Then is a testing phase. In this, if any issue comes up and if it needs to fix, then all the testing is done in the testing parts. After that, that software is officially deployed into market. And at the last phase, that is maintenance, if software needs any update or if you add new features in your software, then that all that part is covered in a maintenance. So conclusion, we have studied Android Studio IDE and its various important components, and we also saw the setup of Android Studio IDE, and we also studied SDLC lifecycle, and at the last, these are references links that I have referred for this project. So if you want to ask any question, you can. That's all about my part.
It was a good presentation. You covered a lot of important things. Presentation was also well made there. There was not, in some slides, there was some text, but it could have been reduced, but it is okay. It was negligible. Okay. Other than that, I would say, yeah, it was okay presentation. Okay, so we'll move on quickly to Anikesh Ahirwar. I hope your camera is not fixed. Tejal, please stop the screen share. Hello, Anikesh.
Can I, sir, audible?
Yes, please turn your camera.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please start.
Yes, sir. Sir, my project is sir, my project is build a simple web Java application using Spring Boot. So let's start. Sir, I'm using the Spring Boot application. This is the entry point of the class. Run the application. It has the following code. And the package, import the class, Spring application and examples, and import the Spring frameworks and public, this is public class and this man. And the next slide. So create the index.html following the content. This is, and so this is the output. Now it's run the application, and by right click the code and editor of this Spring Boot application, run, and that's output. And thank you, sir. Sir, second task is on. The second task.
Wait, Anikesh. Was that done?
Sir, is a third task is done. Sir, but it
No, I cannot accept this. Okay.
Sir, I can prepare next time.
Yeah, you can prepare. Okay, so this is unacceptable. See, was the videos of the previous intern who has given for the same task. Okay, previously,
Okay,
yesterday, day before yesterday, people have given for the simple Java. Take it, take that presentation, and then make something else. Don't just copy it. Okay, because this is not acceptable. You have just copied the code and that's it. There is no actual presentation. This is like demonstration. Okay. So try it. You can give your presentation on Monday. Okay. If you are not available on 7 p.m., you can just message me on WhatsApp that if you are available on 3 p.m., 1 p.m. anytime, I will take your presentation on that time. Okay. Take your time on Saturday, Sunday, prepare it and then come back. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So please prepare it for all the presentation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Then give me presentation on Monday. Okay. So
Thank
next
you,
person is okay, so yet there is one person. Yeah, Sucharya Deshmukh. Hello, Sucharya.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, please start.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah.
Am I visible?
Please start.
Okay. So hello everyone, myself Sucharya Deshmukh from Web Developer Group. I am here to present you the TM Blood Report project. So let's go ahead. Uh, this is the today's agenda of the project. So first one is the problem statement, then problems in the traditional method, what we are expecting from the project and the features of the project, then what technologies I have used in the project, then the demonstration part, and the last one is the conclusion. So let's go ahead with the presentation. So problem statement. The doctor has the multiple patients and the multiple reports of the patient. So he has to keep the record of the patient. He has to keep their reports and to compare and analysis the and to make the analysis of the reports of the patient. So this is very time consuming task for the doctor. So what are the problems in the traditional method that, as I discussed before, it is more time-consuming task for the doctor. Also, the doctor is itself is a human, so he can make the mistakes. Also, the efforts was taken by the doctor was much more than if we make some application. And the data which are been compared like in from reports which we are comparing the data. So next slide. So what we are expecting from the project is we need the storage for which we have to store the reports of the patients, and we have to visualize the reports. For that, we have using some libraries, and then we have to compare the data of the reports, and also we have to analyze which will in the end which will we will get the result. So what are the features we have implemented in the TM Blood report? We have used some AI algorithms such as TextRack NLTK in order to extract the data from the report. The data from the report in which is in the PDF format. We are extracting the data that is parameters, units, and values. Also, we are comparing the data from the recent two reports of the patients by using the Python script, and the final result will be based on that comparison, which will be shown on the front end of the web app. So what technology we have used? The Django, which is a high-level Python web framework that encourages the rapid development and the clean design. Also, Django provides us the built-in admin panel, and also it has some ML algorithm features. So that's why we are using it. And for the front end, we have HTML and CSS and the Bootstrap. Also, to make it accessible from each device, we have deployed it on EC2 instance. So let's go ahead with the demonstration. So, is the screen visible, sir?
Yes, it is.
So this is the login page of the TM Blood report. If to access all the features of the web app, we need to authenticate first. So now we are logged into the application, and you can see this is the homepage of the web app, and we have two options, that is add patient and search patient. So if the patient already exists, we can search it from here, and if it is new patient, we can add it from here. So let's add a dummy patient. So as we can see, we have added a new patient, and this is the patient's profile. We can apply these CRUD operations like update details. We can delete the patient also, and we can add new report, and at the last we can generate the report on the basis of what we have added. So let's add a report. it will take some time to extract the data from the PDF. So for that, we have used the extract library. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. So as you can see here, we can have this much of the data which I have extracted from the PDF, and we can edit the value of the each parameter here. And after we are generating the report. So as you can see here, we have a generated report, but as we have uploaded only one report, it will not give any comparison. Let's add one more report. It will again take 2 to 3 minutes. It is taking more time because the PDF has more content. So we can say here there are so much parameters. So now we generated the report. So this is the comparison. So the yellow means we need to improve, and red means that we have at a high risk, and green means that we have improved that parameter. So on this also we can navigate to the add new report, the patient profile. We can go with the search patient and return to the home. So now let's over to search patient. We can search patient which we have added now. So we can search with the zip parameter. Yes. So this is the patient we have added now. So this is all about the demonstration, and we can also log out from that. So let's go ahead with the presentation. So yeah, so conclusion. So we have implemented the TM blood report, which is a Django web application, which will help the doctor to keep the track of the patient's reports, and also he can compare and analysis and give the final result very effective manner and in very less time. So I have added my GitHub repository in the references, which I have maintained throughout the project. If you have any questions, you are feel to ask. Thank you.
I hope you are done with the presentation.
Yes.
See, it started good. The explanation was good. Important points were taught. But one tip I would give you when you are giving a demonstration and there is loading screen, okay, don't
Yes, sir.
just wait there and just simply stare at it. Okay, try to explain what is going on in the behind the scenes. Okay, so that it
Okay.
is not like just a staring contest with your screen and you. Okay. Explain
Okay.
what is going on, why it is taking long, what are the things that are making it take long, so that
Okay.
people will know, okay, these are the things that is taking it long. And if possible, try to explain how to make it more faster if
Okay.
possible. These
Okay.
are the things that you only need to tell us theoretically, no need to go too practical into that, just to, like, fill up the gap where you just have to sit there in silence.
Yes. Okay.
Other than that, it was okay, and you will receive minus negative evaluation because you have cut into the line because of your exam. See, I wouldn't have let you have this presentation if your exams were not there. Okay, I only
Okay.
let you have this because of your exam. When you have
Okay.
exam or something else, let us know in the technical chat. Last time, one more
Okay.
person was there for the TM blood. He has some issue. He has let us know. I have secured a slot for him after 9 p.m. Okay,
Okay.
if there is problem, let us know. Take this
Okay.
-5 points so that you know how to how to keep up with your presentation and deadlines. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So we will have one more presentation. Aanchal Parheta. Stop the screen share, Sucharya. Yeah, please share the screen.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. Is it continuous integration and continuous delivery? Hello, answer. Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is the topic name?
Sir, can you please repeat?
What is the topic name?
Sir, wait a minute. So here it is. Integrating Django REST framework with REST front-end application.
Okay, you can start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Aanchal Parheta. I am from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, currently pursuing MCA from Jabalpur Engineering College. Today's my presentation topic is integrating Django REST framework with React front-end application. So let's get started. Here I create table of content in which I write these topics, and I'm going to explain all these topics one by one. So let's start with the introduction. So let's start with the React.js. React.js is an open source JavaScript library for building rich user interfaces. I use React.js to create my front end. It enables developers to create interactive web application. Mainly, it work more responsive and performant than traditional web development approaches. What does React.js do? So typically what happens, we request a web page by typing its URL into our web browser. Our web browser then sends a request for that web page, which our browser renders. If we click a link on that web page to go to the another page on the website, a new request is sent to the server to get the new page. What is Django? I use Django framework for my back-end application. Django is a Python framework that makes it easier to create websites using Python. It provides a set of tools and libraries for building web APIs that can be used to create web-based application or to integrate with other web services. How does Django work? So here are 3 points in which Django work, that is MVT. MVT means model, view and template. So the data you want to present usually data from a database. That is what model is. View. View means a request handler that returns the relevant template and content based on the request from the user. Template, a text file like an HTML file containing the layout of web page with logic on how to display the data. What is REST API? Mainly, I use REST API to integrate both my React.js and Django to create full stack application. So REST stands for representational state transfer. It is an architectural style that defines a set of constraints. Constraint mean conditions to be used for creating web services. REST API is a way of accessing web services in a simple and flexible way without having any processing. Steps of implementation. Here I write some steps of implementation through which I connect my Django and React.js. So first is set up project workflows. So first I install all the necessary, here what I do is I install all the necessary libraries for in my terminal, in my laptop to create and to set up an environment. Second is installing our Django apps. Here I install Django apps, which is mainly used in the backend application I created. Third is setting up our API. So here, first, in order to integrate React.js and Django, I need to create a API which is provided by Django to integrate both these framework and React.js. Fourth is integrating React with Django. Here in the fourth step, I finally integrate the React with Django backend and React front end, testing our API. So in this testing, in two windows, I first open. Let me show you the implementation. Wait a minute. Yeah, here is my front end application. This is a registration form. So whatever entry I will write here, it will be shown in our back end. Wait a minute. Yeah. So after this is my backend, page, Django administration page, and after I refresh this, the entry which I write in the front end is shown here. Here it is. So this is what I do. This is my backend application which I create, and this is my front end registration form. I create both this, integrate both this, and I create a full stack application. This is how I integrate. This is my implementation step, and this is how I integrate React JavaScript and Django framework. Yeah. Here I use a screenshot for the better understanding. Conclusion. Integrating React.js and Django REST framework can be powerful combination for building modern web applications, because React.js provide a robust and efficient front-end framework for building dynamic user interface, while Django REST framework provide a flexible and scalable back-end API for managing data and business logic. These are the reference I took to create my application. So that's all about my presentation. It is done, sir.
Okay, it was a good presentation. You have improved a lot from last time. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
PPT this time was really well good. It didn't have a lot of text. It was just the right amount. Well explained, I would say. The demonstration could have been much better, I think. But as you move on, as you give more presentation, you will certainly improve. Okay. For this, this was good for you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so it is already 9:06, I believe. We can stop for the day. And all of you whose presentation is remaining, you can join on Monday. Let me know the timing when you are free. I will take your presentation. Okay. After all the presentation are done for on the Monday, I will edit them together and post them on Trello as a one video. Okay. So all of you who has presentation remaining, please join on Monday and then give your presentation. Okay, you can contact me through 10 or the number that I have provided in the chat. but it is better if you can contact me in the Trello. Okay, so that I can also share the link with you if possible. But most probably this will be the same link that we are currently meeting on. So you just need to have this link bookmarked. So thank you for joining here, and thank you for your presentation. All the presentation who are not done, please let me know on Monday. Bye everyone. And prepare for presentation on Monday.